Everybody, it's Lyn from Lyn's Crafts. I'm coming by with a tutorial today, and I've got some Primo accents in the silver. This is the texture sheet from Cool Tools. I'll try to remember to put the link down below the video. And then I've got some Angelina film. If you haven't worked with Angelina film before, it is a cellophane film with an iridescent finish. This one in particular has a green and, a blue iridescence on a pink film. And it's called Sun Kissed, this particular one. It comes in lots of colors. This one is in the Glen. It's a green iridescent finish. I believe also on a, maybe on a purple film. Alright. So I'm literally just going to use a small square, big enough to cover the back of this glass stone. And I'll put the link down below for the glass stones as well. These in particular are really flat glass stone. That isn't necessarily relevant, but I like them. Alright, so I'm just going to cut a piece of film. Just cut it with regular scissors. Alright, then I'm going to crumple it. And I mean crumple it. Crumple the heck out of it. Alright. Then I'm going to open it back up. If I can. Alright, if you think there's an area that isn't crumpled enough, right through here, just crumple it again. Alright. And then, I'm actually going to use some glossy accents. And I'm going to glue it to the back of the stone. Alright, so one side of the stone is smooth and glossy. The other side is kind of wavy. So I'm going to put the glue on the wavy side. Alright, possibly moving my texture sheet out of the way. Alright, now that I've got the glue on the back of the stone, I'm just going to use my finger to smooth it out a bit. The Angelina film is iridescent on both sides, so whichever side you glue down is up to you. Alright, but at first, it has a tendency to want to crinkle and pull away, so I'm gonna give it pressure for just a few minutes till it sticks down. Okay, it's set long enough to at least be stuck down. It's not dry yet. I'm gonna trim the edges. And then I'm going to set it aside to dry. Alright, I'm just going to cut off a bit of the clay and condition it. One of the things that I am pretty anal about is keeping my clay in the original wrapper. It does help it to stay a bit fresher. Once it gets down a little smaller, I will actually put it in a Ziploc baggie, still in the original wrapper. Alright, normally I would roll this out with the mat on top, but I want a really good impression, so this time alright, now as you can see, I got a really good impression. So I'm going to cut along these lines in the texture stamp. Alright. Try to do a little straighter job than I did. Alright. I'm going to attempt to stretch this around the stone. Working just a bit at a time. and trying not to wrinkle the inside edge. Alright. Now I'm going to make a cut. There's a little image of a bull right here that I'm going to try to avoid. It's a bit tricky, but it will work. The clay will stretch. Keeping it from buckling is the hardest part. Alright, I'm going to continue on past where I made the cut. Alright, now I've met the outer edges together, so I can cut again. Alright. Alright, that's made a pretty little detail. Now the trick will be to get this off my glass and onto a tile. That being said, that's the reason why I've cut the other piece. That I just cut in half. Unintentionally. Alright. I'm going to gently lift this up and transfer it onto the tile. But that, I have no idea where the camera cut out. I'm going to take a little mica powder and rub it on. This is probably the antique silver. Nope, it's just called silver. One of my pet peeves about the Pearl X powders is that the labeling is on black. It's black on the clear jar, and it is difficult to read against some colors. Like against this silver. It says right there silver, but if you've got the powder possibly behind it, you can see it. Alright, I'm going to bake this, and then I'll be back to finish the back. Alright. Alright, here it is out of the oven. And I'm not sure how this little piece got knocked back out. But that too shall be fixed. It's still a little warm. Probably a little too warm to mess with. But I'm going to do it anyway. Alright. First thing I did was roll this back out on the texture sheet, and now I'm going to cut a hole with approximately the same size cutter as the stone. Alright, I'm going to lift the center out. Going to use a little bacon bond. Just kind of trying to decide which is up and which is down, which part I like better. Alright, then I'm going to lift the piece up and make sure the circle is aligned behind the stone. Alright. Then just using my craft knife, I'm going to cut it back out. Now you want to hold the piece down because it will try to slide around on you with that bacon bond underneath it. Alright, then I'm going to lift it back off. Alright, right here is where that chip was knocked out, which you really can't see now. Alright, I'm going to add a hanger to the top. First, I'm just going to smooth that cut edge down. Alright. Then, like I said, I'm going to add a hanger to the top and rebake this piece again, 275 for 40 minutes, and then it will be done. Alright. So, the Angelina film is really, really a great product to use. It's used a lot in art doll creations and mermaid tails and stuff like that. This is a piece I did earlier. Alright, so really fun. Thanks everybody for watching. Bye now.